Hello everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care podcast and video. I'm Dwayne. I'm a certified RV inspector, and today we're going to be talking about Class C motorhomes versus Super C motorhomes. Yes, there's several categories of RVs. If you want a motorhome, you can choose from Class A, Class B, or Class C. If you want a towable RV instead, you can choose from fifth wheels or travel trailers or even truck campers. But there are additional subcategories as well. And that's where the Super C comes in. Now, many people just lump Class C's and Super C's together. But the truth is, they are extremely different from the ground up. So the question is, how does a normal Class C RV compare to a Super C RV? Well, let's cover the pros of each kind of RV, and then we can know a little bit more about which appeals to the way we like to travel and camp. Let's start with the Class C first. And the number one pro of a normal Class C is its affordability. I mean, if you go out and start shopping for a new Class C RV, you're going to find lots of them under $100,000 brand new. But if you start looking on the used market, you're going to find lots of very good Class C RVs under $50,000. Well, that kind of affordability opens up RVing for a lot more people. And that's a very good thing. So we'll make that our number one pro. The next pro is that normal Class C RVs are usually smaller and shorter than the bigger Class A motorhomes. And that means that they can fit in more campsites, the smaller ones, and they can also fit into boondocking areas, getting in and out of there much easier than larger motorhomes. The next pro is that a lot of folks comment that they find the Class C easier to drive, more nimble in traffic and getting in and out of places than, say, the larger bus-like Class A's. And that's a pro. But here's another great pro, and that is normal Class C RVs are a great choice for families. That's because there's plenty of sleeping options in most Class C RVs out there. Yes, the manufacturers have gone out of their way to find places to sleep lots of people. In fact, it's not unusual to see Class C's that will sleep up to 10 people at the same time. That's a big pro. The next pro is the fact that Class C RVs usually come with a gasoline engine and drivetrain. What does that mean? Well, if you are good with tools and you like to work on vehicles, then there's a very good chance that you can do pretty much all the maintenance on your own drivetrain on your RV, and you might even be able to repair a lot of issues that could go wrong as well. But even if that's not the case, even if you're not going to work on your own RV, well, a normal Class C RV is easily worked on by lots of facilities and service techs out there because it's a gasoline engine and it's right up front and easy to access. So that's a big pro. Now let's switch and talk about the Super C pros instead. And the number one pro of a Super C is that big heavy-duty commercial truck chassis. And really, it makes all the other pros we're going to talk about possible. You see, that big chassis allows you to carry more weight, so you can have more cargo that goes along with you. It also means that the manufacturer can put more amenities and luxuries in it too. So that's a big pro. The next pro, there's more storage space in a Super C usually. Usually you're going to find more compartments for storage, and those compartments are often much larger than a normal Class C. The next pro, the larger chassis also can mean a longer RV. Now, what does that translate into? More living space, and a lot of people like that. Now, if you couple that with larger slides, because that chassis can handle the extra weight, well, then you got a lot of really good living space in a Super C. The next pro is the unbelievably huge towing capacity of Super Cs. Now, a normal Class C often has a towing capacity under 10,000 pounds, but a Super C starts at 10,000, can go up to 20 or 30,000 in some cases, or even more. That is amazing, and it's a big pro. The next pro is because the chassis can handle all of that weight so well, the manufacturer can build in larger water and waste tanks. And that's a big pro for folks who like to boondock. Now, we have one major con to talk about, though, and that is the cost of a Super C. It's usually 2 to 3 times as much as a regular Class C RV. So it does eliminate a lot of folks right there, because the affordability is not there as much as with the normal Class C. All right, so those are the pros of each kind of RV. Now let's talk about who would benefit most from choosing either one. And let's start with the normal Class C. Actually, it's very good for RVers on a budget, like we talked about. It's so much more affordable than most other motorhomes. So if you're on a budget and you're trying to get into RVing, that's a good choice. It's also good for weekenders and vacation RVers. Most normal Class C RVs are actually not really made for full-time living and travel, but they are great for weekending and vacationing in. It's also made for families with kids, or maybe grandkids. You know, all the family just going together. It's a great choice for that because of all of the sleeping options. Now, the next question, well, who would benefit most from a Super C instead? Honestly, it's full-time RVers or part-time RVers that spend months out there in their RV. They definitely will benefit from having the extra living space in there and the extra amenities. It'll make it a lot nicer. It also is good for those who tow heavy things. Remember, we talked about that huge towing capacity. Well, if you've got a heavy vehicle you're going to take behind you, or I see this a lot, a large trailer with very heavy things in it, well, a Super C is a great choice for that. And finally, it's a great choice for those who can simply afford them. The good news is, even though they're much more than a normal Class C, they're usually less than the diesel pusher Class A motorhomes. Now, one more thing I want to mention here is don't forget, whether you buy a new or a used RV, make sure you get an RV inspection from a certified NRVIA inspector. And make sure you know the condition that RV is in before you buy it and take ownership. My final point is this. There's lots of RVers out there using either one of these kinds of RVs. And lots of them are really happy with the choice that they made. So my recommendation is just decide which of the pros that I covered in this video will fit your situation best, and make the decision you think is best for you. and then go out and enjoy your motorhome. Well, that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.